The 1980s was an interesting time. People had big hair, listened to loud music, and car manufacturers were throwing every wild idea they had at the wall to see what would stick. Supercars were becoming more extreme, with companies like Ferrari and Porsche pushing the limits of speed and aerodynamics. But while the heavyweights of the industry were making headlines, a man named Eberhard Schulz was quietly building something far more exclusive, something that would never be seen on the cover of a mainstream magazine. He wasn't interested in mass production, big marketing campaigns, or selling as many units as possible. No, Schulz wanted to create cars for those who didn't just want fast cars, but wanted a piece of automotive artistry, crafted by hand, with the kind of attention to detail that the big manufacturers simply couldn't afford to offer. This is where Isdera comes into play. Founded in 1982, Isdera was never meant to be a mainstream car manufacturer. In fact, if you wanted to buy one of their cars, you had to personally contact Schulz himself. No flashy showrooms, no aggressive salesmen in ill-fitting suits. Just a man with an uncompromising vision and a workshop that turned dreams into reality. The cars were built with a philosophy that prioritized driving purity, engineering brilliance, and exclusivity. If you saw an Isdera on the road, you were either incredibly lucky or you were looking into a mirror because you owned one yourself. And one of the rarest and most fascinating of these handcrafted machines was the Isdera Spyder 036i. The Spyder lineage began in 1982 with the Spyder 033, a lightweight, no-frills roadster powered by a Mercedes-Benz engine. It was followed by the Spyder 033i in 1985, which refined the original concept but kept the same philosophy, minimal weight and maximum driver pleasure. Then in 1987, the final and most powerful evolution arrived, the Isdera Spyder 036i. Now from a distance, it might look like a typical 1980s open-top sports car, but the Spyder 036i was anything but ordinary. Beneath its fiberglass body sat a tubular steel space frame chassis, ensuring that it remained both rigid and incredibly lightweight. There was no roof, no unnecessary gadgets, just a steering wheel, a gear lever, and an engine that sang with the kind of purity modern turbocharged monstrosities can only dream of. The power plant came from Mercedes-Benz, specifically a 3-liter inline-six producing 217 horsepower. Now that might not sound earth-shattering today, but when your car weighs just a little over 2,100 pounds, it's more than enough to turn a Sunday drive into a religious experience. But the real genius of the Isdera Spyder wasn't just in its power-to-weight ratio, it was in how it felt. Every aspect of the car was designed to maximize driver engagement. The 5-speed manual gearbox demanded precision. The perfectly weighted steering let you feel every nuance of the road. The mid-engine layout meant handling was razor sharp, with the kind of balance that made you feel like you were part of the machine rather than merely driving it. And unlike the more outlandish Isdera Imperator, with its gull-wing doors and futuristic styling, the Spyder 036i was refreshingly simple. But simplicity doesn't mean a lack of drama. The 036i featured scissor doors, because why have conventional doors when you can make every entrance and exit feel like a theatrical performance? The body was sleek, with the long nose and short rear overhangs that made it look like it was ready to pounce even when standing still. And because each car was built to order, no two were exactly alike. Some had different engine specifications, others had custom interiors. Each one was a bespoke piece of automotive art, tailored to the whims of its owner. One particular example of the 036i has recently surfaced for auction, and this one is a perfect representation of just how special these cars were. Originally built in 1989, it was one of just 14 ever made. It started life with a blue exterior over a purple leather interior, because if you were going to commission a one-off sports car, why play it safe with black or grey? Under the rear deck sat the standard 3-liter Mercedes-Benz 6-cylinder engine, providing just the right amount of power for the lightweight chassis. Then in 2011, this particular Spyder 036i underwent a transformation. Isdera itself handled the modifications, ensuring that the work was done to factory standards. The original bodywork was revised, with widened wheel arches finished in metallic silver. The rest of the body was painted black, giving it a far more aggressive presence. The interior was completely reupholstered in blue leather, and the rather pedestrian original seats were then replaced with proper Ricardo Sportster seats, offering more support for high-speed antics. But the biggest change came in the form of the engine. Gone was the original 3-liter inline-six, replaced with a 3.6-liter AMG-tuned powerhouse, producing 276 horsepower. That's a significant 27% increase in power, and when combined with the Spyder's featherweight construction, it turned an already thrilling machine into something even more electrifying. This wasn't just a cosmetic refresh, it was a performance overhaul that took the 036i to a whole new level. But despite its rarity, the Isdera Spyder 036i remains a car that many enthusiasts have never even heard of, and that in many ways makes it even more special. Anyone can admire an E40 or a Lamborghini Countach. They're household names, the rock stars of the supercar world. But an Isdera, that's for the true connoisseur. The kind of person who doesn't just want speed, but wants something unique, something that tells a story, something that when you park it in a garage full of exotics, makes everything else seem just a little bit ordinary. The Isdera Spyder 036i was never about mass appeal. It was never about being the fastest, the most powerful, or the most luxurious. It was about purity, about craftsmanship, about building something extraordinary for those who truly appreciate the art of driving. And in a world where modern sports cars are increasingly bloated with technology, where driver involvement is often sacrificed in the name of convenience, the Isdera Spyder 036i stands as a reminder of what makes a great car truly great. But at the end of the video, please let me know what you guys think of the video, and also let me know if you would buy one of these. This one car we talked about in this video sold for $165,000. So, would you pay that for this car? Let me know. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you guys did like this video, you will probably also like most of my other stuff. So just go through my channel, see if there's something else to like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?